Hidden deep in Germany's Eiffel Forest is the world's most spectacular racetrack, a driver's paradise called the Green Hell. 13 miles long, 985 feet of altitude change, 170 corners. This is the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Blind corners, rolling hills, narrow straights, and trees lining the entire track. A thin ribbon of concrete raceway cutting through the green wilderness. One mistake can be the difference between life and death. There's a race run here. A race so savage and unrelenting that it shapes men's lives and sculpts their souls. And in this furnace of passion, high-octane fuel and roaring engines, was born an automobile, inspired by the heritage of Aston Martin's legendary history in the grueling Nürburgring 24-hour race. Here an automobile was forged in the pits of the beast. Racing fuel pumping through its veins. The glory of the racetrack embedded in its DNA. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage N430. My dream is to take this magnificent, pure-blooded racer, tame it, take it out of its habitat, and bring it with me on the roads of my life. I want to share its free spirit, its legacy, and its beauty with my favorite person in the world. We all know that life and time together is limited. But I don't think we realize how limited, even in the best case scenarios. Paul Bowles wrote in The Sheltering Sky, because we don't know, we get to think of life as an inexhaustible well. Yet everything happens a certain number of times, and a very small number, really. How many more times will you remember a certain afternoon of your childhood? Some afternoon that's so deeply a part of your being that you can't even conceive of your life without it. Perhaps 4 or 5 times more. Perhaps not even. How many more times will you watch the full moon rise? Perhaps 20. And yet it all seems limitless. How can you make an August day feel as endless as it did when you were 12? For a 12-year-old, everything is new. Time is constant, but his wide-open mind looks at it in wonder. As adults, we close off the depth and breadth of experience. We are always moving ahead and hence lose the eternal. Slowing time down means consciously creating new adventures, taking emotional risks, and filling moments with intense connections that make time seem to stand still. I try to pause and acknowledge all that is going on. These new tracks of memory laid. You can feel nostalgic for the now, even as you're in it. One day I will look back on all of this and it will be far gone. Even happy moments bear in their shadows this melancholic reality. All moments are finite. All you can do is deepen your experience of them. The present slips away. the door closing on it even as one tries to memorize it. Time passes. This is simply the nature of time. In the end, I imagine you won't remember much of life. It's all a beautiful illusion. Like the clouds changing shape just when you've identified them as something they are not. Ride out to the curve of the earth and have a look. It's really beautiful.